Hi there and welcome to Anime Recap. In today's video, we will recap a part of the anime, Skeleton Knight in Another World. We hope you enjoy it. In the beginning, we see that Ark's hand turns back into bone right away. But this only proves that Ark's appearance is cursed. He and Arian went to Olaf, the capital of the Rodan Kingdom, to find the nobles who own slaves and bring them to justice. A woman who runs a tavern tells them that travelers have been getting hurt by haunted wolves. Uriarna goes to Limbolt, which is far from Rodan. Arian thinks about hunting the wolves because bridal veils made from the fur on their tails would be a great gift for Evan's wedding. When the wolves attack, Ark notices that the leader of the pack has a magic ring just like the basilisk. He destroys the ring, which wakes up the pack leader from his trance. The leader then takes his pack and leaves peacefully. Ark is sure that the rings are making the monsters act weird. While Arian cleans the fur from the dead wolves, Ponda hears that Uriarna's coach is being attacked. He leads Ark there, where Uriarna, her maid Ferna, and her loyal guards have been killed by traitorous guards and assassins. The wolves help Ark kill most of them, which was a surprise. Ark brings back to life Uriarna, Ferna, and several loyal guards with a powerful healing spell, then sneaks away. When Uriarna saw Ark when she was only half awake, she thought he was an angel sent by God. Ark isn't sure if a spell that can bring the dead back to life is moral, so he doesn't tell Arian what he did. When they get to Olaf, they see a young woman beating up some bad guys, and Ark recognizes her as the ninja with the pointed ears. Chiom thanks Arian and Ark for freeing the slaves in Dinto, and says that she is one of the 6 ninjas in the Jinshin clan. Then, they move to a room in an inn. Ark introduces himself and Ponta, and Arian does the same for herself. Chiom asks Ark why he called her a ninja back in Dinto. Ark says that there are ninja where he comes from. Chiom is surprised by this and says that Ark could be from the same place as the great founder, who lived 600 years ago. Ark thinks that another person from his world came there 600 years ago and set up his ninja village. Then, Arian asks Chiom why she wanted to talk to Ark. She tells him that she needs his help to save her friends. Ark says that he has already agreed to help Arian save a bunch of elves because of this. As Ark thinks about what's going on, Arian asks Chiom if she's been saving people since she was young, and Chiom says that's true. Chiom and Arian both feel this way, so Arian decides to help Chiom save the beast people who are being held as slaves. Prince Dakars has a fit in the royal castle because the haunted wolves stopped following orders. Centrion, another person there, thinks that the wolves' rings may have been broken in some way, and that Uriarna is probably still alive. This would make it very hard for Dakars to stop the talks between herself and the elves. Dakars then asks who did it, and Centrion says it was likely elves who did it, and that they would have ended up in Olaf. Centurion tells Dakars to take a carriage to his safe house, so he does. As Ark and the rest of the group walk through a forest, Chiom tells Ark that her village was started by a human named Hans, not a beastman. She says that Hans used to be a spy for the Revlon Empire. He took care of poor beastmen and trained some of them so they could get to Etsat Market, which is the biggest slave market in Olaf. By nightfall, Chiom goes over the plan with Arian and Ark and tells them to act strangely, and then leave quickly when they're done. Chiom says that she doesn't think anyone involved will be able to get away. Ark then asks if Etsat is a fake, and Chiom confirms it by saying that the other 4 slave markets in Olaf will be attacked. Chiom hopes that with their help, the sacrifices will be small, but Ark and Arian are determined to help until the very end. Ark finds out from Chiom that Hans could use space-time ninjutsu. This makes him feel good about his teleportation magic. Chiom is happy to hear this, so she goes to tell her friends. She tells Ark and Arian that the attack on the market will happen that night and tells them to get ready. After dinner, Ark and Arian go back to their room at the inn. After that, Ark puts on a new mask, and Chiom and her friend Goman soon come to meet them. When Ark hears that Goman's name is Goman, he asks Chiom if that's her real name. Chiom tells him that it's not her real name, but a title given to the most skilled person in their clan. When this is found out, Goman and Ark get into a fight, but they make up right away. It has been decided that Arian and Chiom will attack from the front, while Ark and Goman will attack from the back. Ark and Goman hurry to the back gate, where Goman casts Stone Smasher on himself to help Ark break through the front door. Inside the place, Ark kills a few guards, and Goman casts Arm Bracer, which turns his body into hardened steel, and breaks the weapons of those who attack him. Then, Ark casts Rock Shot, which kills more of the enemy soldiers and makes him laugh in a scary way, which scares them. Goman uses the situation to his advantage by casting Rock Spear Strike, and Ark adds to it by casting Rock Fang. But this had a cumulative effect on the area, so their spells affected the whole place. Chiom and Arian make it past the front gate on the other side of the fort and head toward the market. Dakkers sends soldiers to the markets to protect them. Arian and Chiom start to free slaves while getting rid of the guards. However, they also find rooms full of dead slaves who were killed because they were too old or sick. Ark uses teleportation to get the survivors to safety, and then he joins up with Gomen to kill the soldiers who did this and destroy the market. After the destruction is done, Ark brings back the slaves' bodies so they can have proper funerals, and Chiom promises to improve her skills so she can save even more people. Cetrian kills Dakkers, revealing that he had been working for Sect the whole time. Since Uriarna can't be found, Sect frames Dakkers for Uriarna's supposed murder, making him the only heir to the throne of Roden. When Uriarna gets to Limbolt, Siriarna tells her that Dakkers has died. She realizes that Sect probably tried to kill her, too, and decides to keep her survival a secret. Chiom tells Arian that Dakkers worked for the Holy Rivlon Empire and sent them a lot of elves to work as slaves. Ark and Arian decide to go there right away. In Rivlon, Emperor Domitianus is impressed that Sect killed both Dakkers and Uriarna, but he is even more surprised that someone destroyed the rings he gave Dakkers to control the wolves and basilisks. His subordinate says that Fumba, who works for Domitianus, is still trying to make Roden unstable. Outside of Roden, in the desert, a sneering figure watches as monsters with tentacles come out of the sand and catch and eat flying prey. And that's the end of the video. As always, if you liked what you saw, subscribe to the channel. I will be uploading a lot of videos just like this video.